up guys, Mark from Wandering Souls back at you with a new video. It's freaking hot here in the Netherlands the last week, and yeah, what can you do? Of course you go outside and enjoy life, but sometimes it's even too hot to go outside, so then you stay in and make it yourself comfortable, cool, and listen to some tunes, right? That's what you're gonna do. Yeah, and of course you have to go to work sometimes, so as well. But so you got to face the heat someday. But anyways, decided to do another collection update because I have another stack of CDs to show you guys. Yeah, why not? You know, there's some time left, so let's share out with some new music with you. First we're listening to Minefield by Face Down. Groovy, trashy metal album. Really nice stuff. I bought this at the Into the Grave festival, as you guys could remember. Really enjoying this album at the moment. Good stuff. I hope not get copyright strike, but we'll see. It's on Roadrunner, so we never know. Anyways, first thing first, got a lot of things going everywhere. I had some heavy metal, some punk in here, some goth, some black metal even. Yeah, it goes everywhere. Let's take it that way. First thing first is Compilation. This was an interesting pickup. It was cheap, but I think the vinyl version is pretty pricey, so decided to take a look at this CD version. And this new wave of Lowlands heavy metal 1979 to 1984. And this is a compilation of old heavy metal bands from the Netherlands and from Belgium. I thought this was really intriguing. There's some really good stuff on here. Well-known bands like Picture and Killer and Bodine and Acid. And bands like Crossfire, but there's a lot of other smaller names on here as well, which are pretty good. So I thought it was pretty interesting release, and I thought, well, that's really nice to dive into some history of the Netherlands and Belgium heavy metal wise. These are all old bands. Some are active and some don't. Still, you never know. But are not really well-known names. This is the track listing, as you guys can see. Here are all the bands. Take a look at that, guys, and dive into these bands. It's really interesting. There's really decent bands on here. Really good stuff. It's really well taken care of. Artwork here. There's a lot of pictures. There are 2 discs, as you guys can see, so there's a lot of material, and there's a really big fat booklet with it as well. That's how big it is, and every band is talked about about their music in that period. So it's really taking care of stuff there. So really good stuff, and it goes like till the last page, which is Thunderfire. So really good stuff. I really enjoyed this, listening to this. Fantastic. This was released on, let's see if I can read the label. Yeah, what label is this? I don't really know. It's not really a big name to me, label wise. So yeah, anyways, here's the spine, and here's the label things. If you want to look it up, and you can judge yourself. But it's a really interesting compilation. Definitely, if you want to discover some new music, guys. Here's a lot of stuff from back in the day, let's put it that way. Really interesting compilation. Next up, there's some punk in here. I decided to pick up some punk albums. First two are from The Clash, which is a classic band, I think. Of course, the famous classic London Calling. Of course, I was familiar with this. The title track is a pretty well-known song, but it has a really pretty decent song from there. It has some new wave influences as well. This band started really as a punk band, but evolved, of course, with more genres in there, which I'll talk about later. But definitely is some new wave influence in there, but this is not bad. It's definitely one of the well-known albums, one of their best albums as well. Yeah, what is the best? They haven't put out a lot of albums, but most things that we nowadays are best ofs and live albums and stuff like that. But yeah, really great. Classic lineup: Mick Jones, Joe Strummer, Paul Summerman, and Tupper Head On. Who is it? Really bullshit that name. Haken with I don't know that name there. Classic album, classic track list. Here's all the songs, and it's been taken care of. The issue is a booklet in there as well. Good stuff. This is from 1977 or 79. I don't know what year exactly was. Something in that vein. Of course, this is a reissue, but you guys understand that, I think. Also picked up Combat Rock. Now from 1984, I think. This is definitely more commercial sounding. Mixed other genres. There's a lot of funk and stuff like that, you know. Should I Stay or Should I Go is a really famous song. Rock the Casbah is a great, well-known song. You know, there's a lot of funk influences and yeah, other genres put in here in their punk. This is not my favorite album by any means from this band, but I like some tunes on here. I thought let's add this as well. Yeah, The Clash with Combat Rock. Talking about classics, this one is an album. If you are into punk, this is have to be in your collection. So yeah, I was kind of lacking on that, and this is a fantastic punk album. Really rebellious, critical to society and other things in life. They really are kicking their. It's a well-known album. All the classics are here. So Pretty Vagrant, God Save the Queen, Problems, you know, Anarchy in the UK. It's all on there. It's a well-known studio album. So they haven't put out a lot of albums, but this is definitely a classic you must have. Sex Pistols. Never mind the Bollocks. Here's the Sex Pistols. The first debut album. Debut is always yours. So yeah, that's the classic album in there. You can nip off the drink here. More into new wave territory. This is of course The Cure, The Hat on the Door. Another classic album. I just want to add to my The Cure collection. Well-known songs on here, of course, In Between Days and Close to Me, of course. Two big hits on this. This is the time that the band, you know, got way bigger. This was released in 1985, I think. But there are some really decent tracks on here, guys. My favorite probably is the last one, Sinking. But the other songs are really great. A Night Like This is great. Six Different Days is great. yeah, classic album. Great sounds. Um, if you're the Cure fan, this definitely needs to be in your collection. Classic album, Head on the Door, from 1985. This is an album that my brother used to have. It's a classic glam metal album. This is a band that is not overly active. They released a couple of albums in the beginning of the 90s, then disappeared, and coming back in 1996 to release something, and then disappeared again until 2009 or something. The band was suddenly back. This is Steelheart with their self-titled debut from 1990. This is of course the classic in their discography. In my opinion, their best album. Yeah, all great tunes on here. Some people don't prefer the ballads, although they're pretty strong. I kind of agree. It kind of gets, you know, the kind of tear-jerker songs. Especially She's Gone is definitely that, you know, piano thing, tear-jerking song. But I really like the heavy tunes like Love Ain't Easy, Gotta Stop Loving Me, Everybody Loves Irene is great. I Just Wanna Rock and Roll, and Down and Dirty is fantastic. Yeah, great tunes on this. Great vocals by Miljenko Matjevich, also known as Mike. Kind of funny. Produced by Mark Spitz, but exclusive producer Bruce Dickinson. That's kind of funny. But yeah, this is really great, heavy glam metal. This is a reissue done on music on CD, as you guys can see, and has a couple of bonus material. There's a live track here from She's Gone. But yeah, really great classic from 1990. If you are into glam metal, another really nice one to have in your collection. Steelheart. Another classic album, and some people think, this is called Reckless by Bryan Adams. Classic album. Run to You is on here, Heaven is on here, Summer of '69 is on here. Do I say more, guys? This is full of great well-known songs, but overall this is a pretty decent rock album, and this is definitely not has the touch of Mutt Lange yet for this Canadian artist, so I'm kind of happy to that, because Mutt Lange has a certain production sound. You gotta love it or you gotta hate it. This is more my alley production. Oh, there goes the booklet. So yeah, it's a classic album, and this guy went really big, without a doubt. One of stronger albums in his discography. It's not a thing that I will spin regularly, but sometimes if I'm doing some work in the house, this is really nice on the background. So Reckless by Bryan Adams. Next album is probably known that I would spin a lot more regularly. This Badmotorfinger by Soundgarden. This album is fantastic. Great riffs. Chris Cornell's vocals on this are really fantastic. He really outdone himself on this one. Just listen to Slaves and Bulldozers, and then you see his reach in their vocal. You hear that there. His reach in that song is outstanding. Really great vocalist. It's a voice you have to love or not, but he definitely can sing. Definitely. Big tracks, Rusty Cage, Outshine, of course, Jesus Christ, Post, you know, well-known songs. But this definitely has some great riffing on here, great vocals, like I said. The bass line in Rusty Cage is fantastic as well. Matt Cameron's drumming is good. Kim Style, guitar sound is definitely has a really unique sound on this album. It's really good. Released in 1991, I think. So it's up there in the grunge heydays. And it's not an overlooked album. It's just an album that not a lot of people mention, because in 1991, of course, there was also Nevermind and 10 released. So more people, if you talk about grunge, go that way. But this album, in my opinion, I enjoy more than the other two. I have to be honest. So not that the other two are bad. You know, Pearl Jam and Nirvana did a great job with their albums, but this one did a bit more for me. Great stuff. Love the heavy sounds. A really good release. Badmotorfinger by Soundgarden. Go check it out if you haven't done so, and if you know only Super Unknown. This is definitely an album also to look into. Super Unknown, of course, is their classic from 1994. But this is not bad either. Definitely really great album. Definitely worth looking into. Then some progressive metal. This is Haken with Visions. Probably butchered the name still. Can somebody tell me how to pronounce their name? It's Haken. Haken. I don't know. But this is the second release I picked up from this band. This is a fantastic progressive metal album. I really loved this one. Great stuff. The title track alone is already like 22 minutes. It's great stuff. But Mind's Eye is also great. Insomnia. The second track, Nocturnal Conspiracy, is great. Yeah, really interesting stuff, and I really love the artwork as well. Good band. Definitely have to dive more into these guys. I have now 2 albums, and I have Aquarius and this one, and both are fantastic. So definitely a band to look into, guys. If you don't know them yet and you are into progressive metal, take a look at these guys. If you like things like Dream Theater, for example, only a bit different kind of vocal, this is definitely your thing. Good stuff. Maybe not fair to compare them with Dream Theater in a bit, because they have their own sound a bit, but you know, the keyboard things and the lengthy songs and the great progression to it, it definitely has a lot of similarities, of course. Then I rebuy in my collection this Stratovarius with Polaris, Finnish power metal. Great album, released in 2009, I think, but this is really good. I remember having a different version of like a glossy digipack thing or whatever, but this is really nice. Cool cover. This is now without Timo Kotipelto, I think, of Timo Talkie, sorry. Kotipelto, of course, is the singer, but Talkie is not in the band anymore on this stage. But it's definitely one of the better albums without Talkie, let's put it that way. Fantastic power metal, great vocals, great guitars. I really enjoyed this back in the day, and this was an album that was not spinning regularly, so that's why I decided to, with that move story, to get rid of it. But it's definitely worth looking into, guys. Stratovarius with Polaris, great album. So over to the last one in this deck. This is not really well known, but it's more extreme metal, so if you are not into that, this is Haradwaith with Creating Hell, the band's first album. This is a black metal band from Leipzig, Germany, featuring members from Vilkandra, I think, the guitar player and the drummer. Fantastic stuff. This also has the vocalist of Steelheart on there, so if you like his vocals, then you know what to expect. Fantastic, fast blasting, black metal, great melodies on here. You know, the treble picking stuff. But it's really, really great stuff. I really enjoyed this album. My favorite tracks were probably Shapeshifting, Philosophy, and what's the other one? Mr. Philosophy, I have to say that right. There was another one that I really enjoyed, but it's overall it's a really, really nice released in 2010. This is a reissue with some bonus tracks where are alternative versions of other tracks, but it's really, really good stuff. The band doesn't really release a lot of things. They have released an EP, I think, before this in 2004, so there's a really big gap as well. And in 2019 they released a thing, so that's a gap of 9 years. But yeah, the two dudes are pretty busy in other bands as well, so that's why it probably takes so long. But I really enjoyed listening to this great German black metal. Yeah, really, really great stuff, and there's a really nice hype thing printed on the booklet there. It's not a sticker even, it's just printed there. So anyways, really nice stuff. I really enjoyed it, and yeah, some really nice German black metal. You can go around there if you like your blasting stuff. Definitely look into this album. Really nice. So guys, that's it. Hope you enjoyed this update. I didn't feel to make it too long, so yeah, you can enjoy your nice holidays at the moment, your holiday time, because it's almost going into that period. So we're almost in July. It's time flies, guys, if you're having fun. That's the truth, and you have to make something of your life and enjoy everything you do. You listen to, experience, because life is short. It's definitely a thing there, and definitely made me thinking always as well. That's why I buy so much music, because I really love listening to music, and that's one of my big passions. And there's a lot of stuff to do in the house as well. That's the thing that we need to do, but that's not really the thing that I love to do. And I love to go traveling and listen to music and stuff like that, you know, during some festivals. But you can't have it all the time. So I try to make the most of it, and hopefully you guys do that as well. Thanks for checking out my channel. If you like what you saw, don't forget to subscribe. I really highly appreciate it. And see you guys next video. Cheers.